Looks like we are live. Let's see here. I think we're good now. Maybe? Oh, still getting green. Here we go. No. We gotta be live somewhere. There we go. All right. I see me now. Good evening. How's everybody doing tonight? Are we ready for part 4 of the Bowman experiment? Let's see. I'm going to bring all this stuff over. We got that. All right. So our new traditional fun thing to do. We analyze Bowman and what works it best. Today we are going to be going through a hobby box. Two retail boxes, 5 megas, and 7 blaster boxes. If anybody wants to grab the number 1 ranking team in Bowman, and I say this because this is the guy that a lot of people be chasing after, the Diamondbacks and Drew Jones. They are available right now on the Drip Shop for $225. That is the only team that has not sold so far. So again, $225 now available only through the Drip Shop. So we got this up and running so we can do it this way and show a little bit. All our Bowman experiment videos, I think, have ended up on just on Facebook. So I wanted to make sure we had something going on YouTube about this. So our first 3 runs of the Bowman experiment, just slightly different. The megas hadn't come out yet. So we were looking at the Bowman first edition boxes. I've gone through all the ones that I had and want to see what these megas look like. So we kind of pulled a switcheroo. Any big cards come out yet? The last break we had Jackson Churio, one of those insert autos. It was numbered out of 30. That was a pretty decent card. Had somebody actually come in the shop the other day. It wasn't in our break, but he pulled a Drew Jones out of a blaster. Unfortunately, there are some quality control issues with it, but it kind of helps support the retail on Bowman looking strong. So we are going to keep this going. I think we're going to give it a few days rest because we have a few breaks up. I don't know what's going on with group break checklist, but there's no Donruss checklist. I don't know whether that's them not being able to put anything up or the fact that they just didn't get a checklist from Panini because of that developing story with them that last week they were broken into. I actually saw one article showing that it seems like a lot of information could be at risk. Possibly trade secrets, possibly the names of people buying stuff from them. Several servers, I believe it was mentioned in the article, disappeared during that robbery. So, yeah, it makes you wonder. Maybe there's something on there somebody didn't want to get sued about. Who knows? But let's not run a hypothesis on what's going on over at Panini. Let's run a hypothesis as to what's going to happen in today's break. Industrial espionage. I mean, that's it makes you wonder. Maybe not necessarily the competitor, but somebody who left the competitor and maybe said a few things they shouldn't. Who knows? Anything is speculation at this point. You know what I'm saying? But what went missing begs questions. That's for sure. All right. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go through roll call. I literally 10 minutes before getting on here, finally got the sort completed for part 3. It takes about 4 hours uninterrupted to do that, and I gotta say we've been blessed to be busy here at the store. So I came here with the intention of doing some catch-up work, but we're gonna just break another one instead. So I'm gonna be having my work cut out for me tomorrow. So for those who were waiting for us to get Donruss on Friday, there was a big forest fire a little bit south of us. They actually closed a big chunk of the Garden State Parkway because it wasn't travelable due to fog or smoke, smoggy conditions, right? So I'm wondering if that's what impacted. We had some packages come in late. So I'll show you what we just got in the other day. I only got 5 of these because, checklists don't necessarily come out right away while you're ordering. But 5 Bowman U Chrome basketball blasters, right? I got some cases of this. 1 autograph card per box and a 10-card set as well. That's kind of that's neither here or there. It's going to be the same 10 cards every time, but for what it's worth, 1 auto card per box. Some big names possible with Leaf. This is kind of along the lines. It's not quite a retail product, even though it's a blaster. It's got a guaranteed hit, and there's some big names possible out of it. I compare it kind of that 4 auto box that Leaf had that was in a blaster, right? A guaranteed 1 Hall of Famer per box. A lot of Joe Montanas were coming out of it. So it's not like buying a blaster from Sage or something like that. More of a premium blaster, right? And then, yes, we have 2 cases of 2023 Donruss. I put a few boxes already in a random team break. It's kind of a past, present, future feel with 4 boxes of Leaf Trinity. We got a few boxes of the Donruss, and then the big box is Definitive Edition, the 2021 Definitive from Topps. I don't have it next to me. I do have this next to me, though. Who wants to see this thing ripped open? Leaf Pearl Multisport. My goodness. The box, I actually have, I recycle everything, right? And I actually have, this was the original Pearl box. That's how big it was. So if anybody's wondering why is it so much more than 2017, because the box is way bigger. No, because the product's way loaded. That's why. It's definitely a loaded product. That's for sure. All right. So we got that. I think we got a few people watching right now. So I guess without any further ado, let's get roll call started and let's rip you a new one. Let's see here. Got this on my phone. Share the link a little bit. And let's get this on a group too. Oops. No. Maybe not. There it is. That's the button I was looking for. All right. So again, anybody watching on Drip right now, the Diamondbacks, the only team left. Good luck, everyone. And here we go with roll call. Michael Kelly, Brian Joe Wester, Jeff Lukowitz, Ryan Lees, Tommy White III, James McCaffrey, Greg Graham, Gregory Krause, Enrique Rico, Melissa Marin, Rob Sanzari, Don Wright, Peter Strawn, Clark Somewhere South. Well, this is the fourth one we're doing, and that's why we do this stuff over and over again. The Diamondbacks have been a disappointment so far. They've actually been steadily improving since the first break, but nowhere near where you'd want them to be. So yeah, is this going to be the time where a nice Bowman Chrome parallel or auto comes out of Drew Jones? Well, I mean, you can say we're due, but I don't know. I feel like there's certain players, right? Edward Julian, Spencer Jones. We've been seeing a lot more of their cards than, say, Drew Jones, Crawford, right? We've seen a lot of DePaula. Some breaks, Lazaro Montez shows up. Some breaks, he doesn't. So it's going to be interesting. We'll see. So I'm just getting links to everybody, and then we're going to get started in a hot minute here. Hey, Michael. And that does that mean that is your comment the only one on Drip? Because last time the chat was not working on Drip. I was actually going to say, okay. If I miss anybody's comments on Drip, let me know. But I'm going to assume it's working now because it wasn't working before. And I actually had to watch the Drip feed on my phone. Maybe I can get the interface changed. Okay, cool. Yeah, they've been doing a lot of tech upgrades, and that's kind of why we were having some issues getting it on Facebook and all that stuff. So kind of left it alone for a little while because every time we went back to the well, it still wasn't working. But I guess after a month passing, looks like it's getting back into the swing. All right, so again, I am just checking out who's answered, and we are. It took me a few minutes to get on here. It didn't want to cooperate with me earlier, but it's working now. Um, I can't say that they didn't tell us they weren't doing upgrades. They just didn't tell us what wasn't working. If they did, it was during the AMA, which I haven't. I don't know. I'm a little upset about a couple of things that I wouldn't say promises were made, but promises were kind of made, and they weren't fulfilled. Then again, I saw a couple weeks ago in my email that it looks like I have a new account rep or overseer or whatever. So maybe he just was the other guy wasn't doing his job. I don't know, but everything that we'd gone over in a conversation, none of it ended up happening. So I should probably reach out to. I'm going to assume it's a young lady who is in charge of the account now, and maybe get some something going here. All right. Got a couple more links to send, and then I'm just going to double check that I got everybody. Again, on Drip, we have one team listed, and that is the Diamondbacks. Now, I'm curious to see, because there is a new element that we added into the break. We took out the first edition box, which again, Drew Jones was not shown. Not once did we get doubles of Drew Jones. Doubles are easy to get. Occasionally you see triples of some players, but we were getting doubles of guys like Julian and Spencer Jones in the first edition boxes too every time. So interesting to see if those mega boxes, will we see a couple Drew Jones Mojo refractors? Might not sound like a big deal, but it doesn't hurt. I remember last year we were doing these a little bit bigger because we were throwing the jumbos into the mix too. We opened 10 mega boxes in one break, and two Ellie De La Cruz came out. And I think the price had intimidated some, thinking De La Cruz might have, at the time we had a little bit of data on him, but maybe not enough. There was a lot of hype behind him, but we hadn't seen the consistency yet of, is this guy really going to be a top prospect? And obviously he continued all through last year and continues to look good this year. So that was a good pull for me. That was a miss I'll take. All right. I am just confirming that I got everybody. Looking pretty good here. You're here. You're here. You got a bunch of teams. You got a bunch of teams. So, yeah, I think we're good. Again, if anybody wants to jump in this break, this is what we are breaking right now. So we got 2 retail boxes. 7 blaster boxes. A hobby box. And 5 mega boxes. Who's more scarce, Drew or Julio? By Julio, do you mean Julio or Julian from the Twins? It could be Julian, but he's Spanish, and I'm going to go with the sound that I'm thinking it should be. But Drew has been tough. In 3 breaks, the first break I think we only had 1 chrome, a few paper, and like 1 insert. The second break, I think we had 2 chrome, an insert, and a couple paper. The third break, and a first edition in every break. The third break, we had 1 first edition, 2 chrome, 2 inserts, and like 2 or 3 paper. Well, Julio's not Julio Rodriguez ain't a rookie in this, or first Bowman in this either. You know, he's neither. He's not one of the applicable things that we want to see. We want to see first Bowman chromes. Rookies work out nice too, but all the rookies are going to be paper. Especially when you're, factoring the mega boxes here. All the Mojo refractors, they're prospects only. There's no rookies in that. That's a Bowman Chrome thing. So yeah, Lazaro Montes. There's actually another guy the Mariners are looking for too. There's a couple decent prospects, but Lazaro Montes is the guy to look out for there. So again, if anybody wants to jump in, you have until the first hit is shown to pick up the Diamondbacks, or they come off. So let's take a vote here. 20 seconds. Vote quickly. What do you want to see first? Hobby, retail, blasters, or megas? Hobby, retails, blasters, or megas? I got 1 vote for mega. The Diamondbacks are 225. So they are the biggie team. And let me take a look here. You got 2 teams, right? So for you, since you have 2 teams and you'd be entitled to the 10%, I'll do it for 195 for you. Sound fair? So let me pull them off of here, because you bought 2 teams already on Facebook, and when we post our breaks on Facebook, we do 10% off 3 teams or more. So we got a sold out break here. I'll make that easy for you. All right, so I got a vote for megas, a vote for blasters. So we need a tiebreaker here. Megas or blasters? Who wants to break the tie? First vote wins, because I want to get this started. All right, no vote. So, well, the megas are right in front of me, so we'll do that. All right, megas. There we go. Good luck, everybody, and let's rip you a new one. All right, so same deal as last year's megas, which we recently opened some of those. You got 4 packs here. I call these packs sterile. Nothing special pumping out of these. You just have base paper and base chrome. No inserts, no parallels, no autographs, no nothing. And then you have these 2 packs, which look like the front of the mega box, kind of. And those are just strictly your Mojo refractors. So let's see what we got here. We'll start with one. Again, good luck to everybody. All right, so these are the easy packs. Langoliers. We've seen a lot of Bowman over the last couple weeks here. All about that base, Vientos. Mets dropping their last couple games. Oh, there's Justin Crawford. There's one guy I was talking about. We weren't seeing him as much. So that's a start. Gunnar Henderson. And then our Mojo refractor packs. Last year we were seeing autographs about 1 in every 7 boxes. Well, we got something colorful in here. Color's always a good start. This is interesting. It's not just the prospects that have the Mojos. Masataka Yoshida. I always thought it was just the prospects that got these, unless they changed it up this year. Numbered 190 out of 225. Javier Osorio. So we got color here. Gabriel Moreno. DL Hall. Yordan Alvarez. Jesus Baez. Lisandro Rodriguez. Andy Pages. Angel Janelle. And Elijah Green. So that kind of waters down the mojos. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's good to see those rookies because we got a very strong rookie card class in 2023. But I don't know. I'd kind of rather have a shot at stuff like Drew Jones's Mojo Refractor a little bit more frequently. All right, here's what I'm going to do then. Let's get all these dead packs out of the way. All right. Let's open all 4 of these remaining boxes. The Mojos in one pile. The sterile packs in the other. So that'll definitely change the dynamic around for teams. I think we're gonna take like maybe this week off from Bowman as far as the Bowman experiment goes. And with this info, maybe reformulate things a little bit and start fresh. Right? We've allowed holds on the first 4 breaks. I don't know. I'll take your input on that. Maybe we should get the jumbos involved. Maybe we take a week break, but we do jumbos, retail, and blasters. Or if megas are available. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get enough megas at the moment. But what I do know that we have in stock right now, we have this Leaf Pearl. I have a draft style break, $3.99 a spot for Leaf Pearl Multisport. High risk, high reward. You get 1 card for that. But if you've ever seen Pearl open before, there's some pretty crazy stuff that comes out of it. I was watching somebody post a Pelé out of the 2017s. And it was a relic auto that had the laundry tag from a game-used jersey from the Olympics. And you could tell because it had the Olympic rings on the laundry tag. That's pretty cool. All right, 1 stack here. There's Lazaro Montes in paper. Gunnar Henderson. Carlos Jorge. Roman Anthony. Senga. Yoshida. Rutschman. Carroll, who's on fire at the moment. Hitting very well. And made a spectacular circus catch yesterday, didn't he? He had a nice grab yesterday. And Jacob Berry, one of your top 10 guys in this. Just kind of wanted to peek in on the drip feed, make sure nobody else was making comments. Nope, no one else is. I just want to make sure. So we are busting open Bowman, a sold-out break. We will take requests for personals after the break. Donruss has arrived. What little I've seen of it so far looks pretty fun. You've got short prints that are reverse negatives in honor of the Juan Gonzalez rookie from 1990 Donruss. So that's kind of cool. All right. Josh Young. I think he was AL Rookie of the Month. You know, a lot of people gave up on him. He would look like he was about ready to get called up in the very near future, going back a ways. And then he got injured. And then guys like him and Jordan Groshans, I think, got hurt right around the same time. Kind of dropped off in interest. But I think Josh Young's going to get it back, especially the Tigers taking Jace Young. His card started coming out in draft last year. That's a pretty interesting 1-2 punch there for the American League if both of these brothers end up being players. Well, here's our first Drew Jones paper. Santos. Tatis hit one out last night. He's double digits in home runs. He's got, I forget how many he's got. I think 11 now. And don't forget, he didn't exactly start off the year. We know he still had a little time served he needed to complete. And Cam Collier, there's another top 10 guy. So in Chrome, we saw a few of these top 10 guys in these kind of dead packs here. And now let's see how interesting this gets. All right, 4 more mega boxes. So 8 packs. I wasn't expecting to see rookie cards. kind of like with the Bowman First Edition boxes, I didn't feel like we had enough where we were going to actually see an auto here in 5 boxes. There's a chance, but I feel like they come out a little too far and few between. And I'm wrong. There's an auto. So there we go. So we were a little bit under the expected number of boxes. I'm expecting it to be about 1 in 7 again this year. And no, we got 1 in the 5. Let's see, a little Bryce baby. All these are going to get some 1 cent love in a little while. So even though you're not counting everything on Drew Jones in these megas, now you got Gabriel Moreno and Corbin Carroll to kind of help out the Diamondbacks. Christian Vaquero. There's Josue de Paula. Another Jackson Churio. And there's our first Drew Jones mojo. Always good to see a little Drew Jones mojo there. Jackson Holiday, Brock Jones, Ellie De La Cruz, Jacob Berry. Termar Johnson, Brian Acuna. There's Brett Beatty for the METS Mets. And there's Cam Collier. So we got a Berry Chrome in the regular packs, a Berry in the Mojo, Cam and Cam. Maybe we'll find out over time that it'll increase your odds if their regular Chrome comes in the box, but we won't really know that unless we do a lot of it. Seems like we got definitely some repetition here, that's for sure. And here's another Jacob Berry. So that's 3 Jackson Churios. There's 2 Drew Jones. I think 2 of these mojos is just as good as a first edition, if not maybe a little better. Well, that's a promising start anyway. Jorge, Brock Jones, Vaughn Grissom, and Henry Bolt for the A's. Going to be the first auto of the break. So that's this. We're just doing the megas now. So we're just finishing up the megas. Everything else is still left. So A's with a hit. Got Adley Rutschman for the Orioles there. So that helps them out. Orioles got it nice with it's not Jackson Holiday's first Bowman's, but he's in there. And with Adley and Gunnar in there too, that actually probably improves their value a little bit. Caminero and De Jesus. All right, so how does this compare with the other things as far as value? Well, the Mojo Refractor is kind of a different animal. So our stack of regular Bowman cards is actually kind of light. When you throw in the Mojos, it's probably like less than 50% of the total amount of cards that you would have in the blasters. It's probably close to the amount of cards that you would have in the hobby. But you have a ton of Mojos, which Little step up from your regular chromes. And we hit an auto. So I would say definitely somewhat successful for the Megas here. You got an auto. You got a couple of Drew Jones, a couple of the, more of the top 10 guys. Would have been nicer if it were like a Drew Jones Mojo auto, right? But I don't think the Megas, I wouldn't call it a fail for them on this one. That's for sure. All right, what do you want to see next? I'm guessing blasters, right? Because that's what everybody voted for last time was Megas or blasters. So we got retail, hobby, or blasters. 20 seconds. What do you want to see next? Oh, no. One of the girls got hurt. Oh. Hey, Jess, I'm breaking. What's up? Hello? What? Yeah, I told you I was going to start at like 6:30. Okay. All right. Do you see what happened with Riley? Oh, that's not cool. That's bad. Yeah. Okay. Love you. Bye. All right. It looks like one of our players must have broken her hand. We weren't at the tournament this weekend. This was our weekend of the arts. So not my daughter, someone on the team. Looks like a broken hand. So I'm not sure what exactly happened there. I'm sure I'll find out Tuesday. But this was Ellie had a recital yesterday, and Gabby had her big dance recital today. So, matter of fact, I think that's why the wife was calling to let me know that she was picking Gabby up from the second show, and then we're gonna have cake later. All right, so let's do this. Let's open a couple blasters at a time. Kind of save. Do three. We'll do three, and maybe 2 and 2. Again, we've seen a lot of the cards. Right now, we're just kind of trying to figure out what the pulls are. So we had a huge stack of mojos, one auto, one color. Again, you're sacrificing quantity for quality. They only make so many of the megas, so the mojos, a little bit more limited than, say, a lunar parallel, right? Because there's no lunar mojos. Although there's an idea for next year. Okay. Come on, trash bag. Blue trash bag never wants to stay in the All right, yeah, we got states next week. We need bodies. Oh, that's nice. Got some color already. So last break, the Blasters did not do well at all. They were the weakest link last break, but the break prior to that, they were the ones coming up big. In the same amount of money that you would spend in a hobby box, we had 3 autographs, not 1 but 3. Granted, 2 were paper, and the paper autos coming off of a much substantially weaker checklist. But we are looking to see if we can improve off of the last one. That's the important thing here. We'll open the rest of that second stack in a minute. So now we're going to start seeing insert cards again. Again, yeah, occasionally the Mojos had inserts, right? But none of the cards had anything significant because that's how the Mojo packs work. That didn't change. Marcelo Meyer, best first name in baseball. Michael Arroyo. And Oscar Colas. Let's go Brandon Crawford. Henry Davis. And Marion Boyd with a lunar. Riley Green. Brett Beatty. Elijah Green. Abdias de la Cruz. Andrew Painter. Spencer Jones on paper. Justin Henry Malloy. He's a guy whose stock kind of went up from day one of Bowman's release. Oswald Peraza for the Yankees. And numbered 15 out of 50, Roderick Arias for the Yankees. Roderick Arias. That's one fun numbered card. Ronnie Mauricio. All right. More blaster fun. Comments not showing up on my phone. There we go. Still no autos. One numbered card so far. Going through about a blaster and a half. So again, same expectations as always. Kind of we've had different results in every break with these blasters, and with there being 7 of them, it's kind of the most volatile subject if you think about it, because we could see a lot with it, or we could see a string of not a lot. Blasters are like baseball players. They can be streaky. But I think we'll see one auto. I've been kind of going with the not surprised if we see one chrome and one paper. Got one more pack here. So that'll finish off, this stack will finish off the first 3 blasters. All right. All right, here we go. And there is Lázaro Montes. There's Jace Young. We're talking a little bit about him. Nolan Gorman, Rookie of the Year favorite. Jackson Churio, your number 1 ranked prospect on pretty much every list, I believe. Matt Mervis. Jason Dominguez. Cody Senga and his Ghost Pepper Ball. Ghost Fork. George Valera. And we got Gabriel Martinez with a Lunar. Josh Young. Your Dani de los Santos. Termarr Johnson coming in at number 20 on the top 100. So if they broke it down into 5 days, right, 5 weekday shows, he would be a Friday guy. That's what you want to be, right? You want to be a Friday guy. Marion Boyd. So again, now we're doing this third blaster of 7. All right. So we did the megas. I kind of always have tempered expectations on the megas. So to me, I think they did pretty well, considering they got an auto and we had doubles of some of those main players there. We got here Emmanuel Rodriguez at 62. Mark Vientos, Robert Hassel III, and Jace Young on a lunar. All right, so nothing else yet in the numbered category. So far, just that one gold, which, hey, gold is good, right? It's a golden opportunity to get a good hit. I'll just get all these opened out at this point. I'll just put them one pile at a time here. So blaster number 4 about to come up. Yeah, blaster number 4. So again, a few new breaks up on the page. There's also going to be another one that's going to be strictly Donruss. All right, Donruss always a fun rip, and what I've seen so far, there's some exciting things. Again, you're not really going to get rated rookies this year. It's strictly those rated prospects, but there's going to be more of them and more opportunities for those players in your hits. All right, number 4, here we go. Morel, Jackson Churio, see you in September. Maybe. It's not out of the question. Jefferson Rojas, lunar. Rutschman, Carroll. Alvarez. Cabrera. Christian Hernandez. Tristan Casas. Colton Cowser, Luis Lara. Outman. Nolan Gorman. And Kyle Harrison. Blaster number 5. Two more packs here. All right. So we got Oswald Peraza, Josue DePaula, again, 4 Bowman experiments, all sold out so far. We've been opening a lot of Bowman. We'll see the last 2 weeks. Jordan Walker. He got called back up, right? He was supposed to the other day. Anthony Volpe. And you got a Lunar for Clifford, the big red dog. Sedano Rafaela. Ellie De La Cruz. Elijah Green, number 19. And Kyle Harrison. Probably the top pitcher on this checklist. All right, I know. We're all scared of pitching prospects because they always need Tommy John, right? But, pitchers do become stars too. Maybe not as high reward as some other prospects that you could pick, but if you're a serious prospector and you're trying to rack up 10 different prospects to kind of hedge each other, out of those 10, pick a pitcher. Why not? It doesn't always work out. I have a box full of 250 Tony Cingranis that'll vouch for that, but still, sometimes it does. Did all right with Dustin May. Wow, this bunch is looking like the other bunch we had. No new numbered stuff come out yet. Spoiler alert, no auto yet. Zach Geloff, Brett Beatty, Michael Bush, there's another DePaula. You know who's kind of been missing? Let's see, Sal Frelick. We haven't seen another Chrome Jones. There's Crawford. Davison de los Santos. Oscar Colas. So I guess the question is, did we save the best for last? There's Corbin Carroll. Blaster number 7. Let's see what you got here, number 7. Nothing yet. All right, let's see what that last pack is. All about that base, Simon Wan. Jace Bowen. Brian Ramos. Spencer Jones. All right. Oh, there's a numbered card. 22 out of 399, Jose Abreu. Felix Valero. And another numbered paper, 92 out of 99, Alex Ramirez. So that would have been out of the same pack. It's a little odd. Yeah. So again, a much bigger stack of cards coming out of the blaster boxes. So this is kind of your base paper, non-first chrome. And then these are the ones that'll get a little 1 cent love later. But as far as there's no autos, we've seen as many as 3 and 7, and now none in these. 99, Alex Ramirez, Jose Abreu to 399, and Roderick Arias number to 50. Really, your notable key cards that aren't the same thing. So what do you want to see next? 2 retails or the hobby? 20 seconds. 2 retails or the hobby? What do you want to see? Vote in your chat streams, and we'll put together what we see on Drip, on Facebook, and we're going to take a peek on YouTube, see what's going on there. We got a couple watchers there. So let's see. Don't all shout over each other to try to get a vote in. 10 seconds. I got one vote for retail. It looks like it. So I guess we'll do retail. All right, retail box number 1. Let's see how this first box goes. So again, I expect to see in this a chrome and a paper. I do have high hopes for these retail boxes. I will admit that. Seeing one auto is kind of good enough. But I think we might get to. And hopefully we get way more number cards than we saw out of those blasters. I like to see 4 paper and 2 chrome. How about we double that output? So it's Sunday, pretty much what? Just like one baseball game left to really play now, right? I'm guessing one Sunday night game probably starting around now. Oh, we need that box. All right, first stack of packs. Rutschman, Carroll, Morrell, Jackson, Job, Burgos, Aponte, Chris Bryant, numbered 10 out of 150. Matt McLean. A year ago, we were in Charlotte, North Carolina. There's another DePaula Chrome, so he's kind of going nutsy today, too, for us. We're in Charlotte, North Carolina. I sold a hobby box of 22 Bowman. Somebody comes back to me. Oh, here's our first auto for the retail, Zach Humphreys. So it's a paper. And out of the hobby came a red refractor Matt McClain. Not too shabby there. So on this anniversary of that, will we see something just as cool? There's Ellie De La Cruz at number 6. Might have been a year and a day because it was when I posted it. No, I think I posted it the same day it happened. We had a few big pulls that show. I remember there was a 1-of-1 Eddie Murray autograph out of Topps Chrome Black. And then we had a pretty sick Leaf Vibrance box. Somebody had a 1-of-1 in that too, if I remember right. Maybe we'll see something crazy in our hobby box. Even these retail boxes, that's where we pulled that green shimmer Matt Mervis. Going back to have we pulled any major cards out of these yet? Yeah, we have. In the 3 previous breaks, we had 2 out of the 3 had a major pull. All right. Get this box back. So a couple of breaks up right now. We have a big random team mixer 2021 definitive is the headline box. We also have 4 boxes of 2021 Leaf Trinity for a little bit of the future. And then a little more of the future and some of the past in Donruss. I forget how many boxes of that was that in that break. I think it's 6. So that's a lot of hits. It's like 40-something hits there. 139 for a random team, or you can get 2 for $259. Again, I need at least 18 teams in order to randomize it, and it's going to have a short leash. If by Wednesday we're not close to those 18 teams, then probably going to say never mind. I don't like to do that, but if we got no interest in high-end stuff, we got no interest in high-end stuff. Then I save my money. Another high-end break we have right now. Yeah, and that's why I'm going to put something easy peasy, cheap and low end. You know, I think I might do a bargain break with the Donruss because, quite frankly, there's been no updates to group break checklist in like a couple weeks, I feel. But he's posting on Twitter, so I'm not really sure what's going on. Unless his information is kept on Panini's hard drive, so I don't know. I don't think it is. It's interesting. I guess I can get why Donruss's checklist may not have come out. Panini's phones are down. That also might mean there's issues with some of their continuity of business. But I'd like to say that a checklist, other than Cardboard Connection's great, especially, you have variations and stuff like that. They don't even have the complete checklist up, and that's not like them. So I'm guessing it's on Panini's end that they're not getting it out. So maybe we'll just do some cheap random team break on it and see what comes out. For 67 out of 499, Blaze Jordan. Then we can kind of make our own assumptions on the strengths of checklist by actually seeing some of the cards. Gabriel Martinez. Lunar. Brett Beatty. Rafaela. Not to be confused with Donatello, Leonardo, or Michelangelo. There's Justin Crawford. So we've actually seen a couple of his Chrome cards so far. Riley Green. And Acuna Matata, 3 out of 150. Brian Acuna for the Twins. And Ariel Almonte. So we've had a couple numbered papers so far, but I forgot to pull them aside, so I need to do that now. And we are seeing a couple of, it was brought up the other day about ding corners on some of the blasters. We are seeing a little bit of that in this stretch here. All right, coming up next. Final stack of packs for this first retail box. So we did see a paper autograph, so that's already taken care of. Got a couple numbered paper and a numbered chrome. So that puts us halfway to what I was expecting on these two. Oh, there we go. And another chrome color coming up, too. It's kind of a parallel we've had some luck with so far, this stretch of Bowman experiments. We saw 2 of these come up in the second break that we did. George Valera. Terramar Johnson. Josh Young. And there's Robert Hassel at number 16. Big piece of that Soto trade, that's for sure. And there's Josh Young again. Wearing that retro Rangers uni. Tristan Casas. And Wilber Sanchez with a lunar. Then we got Henry Ramos for the Royals. Yellow lunar. 38 out of 75. All right, let's keep it going. Let's have a good second retail box. I would love another big time chrome auto to pop up in one of these. All right. Well, I got something numbered there. That's not too shabby. This. Nope. Not yet. So here we go with the next stretch. Another 8 packs. Again, we're on the final retail box, and then we got a hobby box to finish off the break here. And, oh, no, I missed it. So, no chrome auto, but we did get 2 papers. Austin Bergner. I got to open up another pack of those later. Austin Bergner. Paper auto. So 2 papers. Cam Collier. Jacob Berry. Marlins. Doing Berry decent. Got a few of his cards out. Jackson Halliday. There's Justin Crawford in a chrome again. Pete Crow Armstrong. Alrighty. Ellie De La Cruz. And then about this one. So we got purple lava refractor, 83 out of 250, Luis Lara. That's not too bad. That's a decent card for the Brewers. I thought I had another pack of these laying around. We got another pack of top loaders here. All right. And second stack over here. So now we have Leaf Pearl in stock. Gonna do a draft break. 11 spots at $3.99. Every spot gets a card. This is the biggest product Leaf puts out. And they put up a lot of solid stuff. A lot of fun multi-sport stuff. I still got a couple boxes of Decadence here. I'm almost wondering if we don't get any spots generated from our Facebook posts. I'm wondering if I think a little outside the box. I don't know. We'll see. I'd like to see some interest in Pearl, but I know it's a high risk, high reward type break. I get that. It's multi-sport, so really a draft break's the best way to do it, where everybody still gets a card. We don't do breaks where people end up with nothing for their efforts and their hard-earned money. Because as long as you have something, it can go up. A lot of times, you do a break, doesn't end up going the way you'd hoped, and then you end up with cards. What you do with those cards after that, that's up to you. But I just think of all the breaks that we went through where I ended up getting stuck with teams, and I kind of just threw stuff in boxes, right? The main stuff I'd bring to shows, but until I had the shop, I really didn't have an outlet for a lot of this stuff. It just kind of sat. And some of the things that sat over, the course of up to 7 years. There's a Drew Jones Chrome. That's good to see. Some things, years later ended up being a lot bigger of a deal than when I pulled them. So there's something to keep in mind. Heck, there's some things that I wish I still had and kept locked up in a box for a while. But like Yogi Berra says, it ain't over till it's over, and that's especially true for break. Even if the break itself is over, it's not over until you've completely cashed out on what you got. Some people just keep it forever too. Yeah. That's why we do a lot of pick your teams breaks. We got a lot of people who collect their favorite teams. We have others who like to target those big names. There's a lot of different ways to collect. Don't let somebody on Facebook, on Twitter, especially on Reddit, right, tell you the way that you collect is wrong. Because if that's how you enjoy doing it, and you're like, oh, well, they said it's the wrong way to do it, so let me try it a different way. No, that's not as much fun. You might end up taking a break from the hobby for a long time. 142 out of 499. Xavier Isaac, one of a couple Rays prospects to keep your eyes out on. And there's Casas again. Mi Casas is su Casas. All right. So again, we were 2 for 2 on autos again in these retail boxes. Now, granted, they were both paper. So I pretty much chalked that up to the equivalent of one crappy chrome auto. Bowman is one of those sets, though, it isn't just about quality, it's about quantity. Because Bowman is an ever-changing thing. You put the cards in a box for 6 months. The guy who was not quality 6 months ago could be your flavor of the week right now. Well, that's cool. That's another nice looking lunar serial number card. So you got to remember that. Oh, well, that's a first. Okay. First in 4 of these breaks. Sometimes it is about quality. Bowman gives you a little bit of everything. That's why when people say to me, what's the best product out there? Well, that depends on a million things. What's your sport? What's your budget? Are you looking to prospect? Are you looking to get rookies? Are you looking to, get stars and retired players? I mean, there's a million things that you can do when you collect. But when people say, well, I want to see if I can get some money in a box. Well, okay, Bowman then. Like straight up across the board, this is your best bang for the buck product out there. Sometimes you make it with big cards, and sometimes you just string together a bunch of smaller things, and it's a lot easier to recoup on Bowman if you break a lot of it. You often see people sell, Bowman cards and, Bowman Chrome rookies and stuff like that in lots. And there's a lunar Drew Jones. So we haven't been doing so good on the quantity side, but this has definitely been a pretty decent quality break for Drew Jones. Couple of mojos and a lunar, so Josh Young again. Seen a lot of him. Barack Jones. Okay, I'll shoot over the link to you so that you know where to put the post. I actually just reposted it when I got back to the store earlier, so I didn't know if it got lost in the few posts that we made yesterday. But that's the type of break. I mean, we opened flawless. I actually don't think the flawless box went badly. Because let's face it, like we did have like a Sam Huff and a Jesus Sanchez. I mean, there could have been a few more of those cards. But no, we got a gem Mike Trout out of 20. We got a Cal Ripken Jr. auto out of 10. Francisco Lindor auto out of 5. So we had some good things popping out of that flawless case. Again, a little bit better to do as a break, I feel. It's so high risk, high reward. Little bit better to do that as a break. And definitive, little bit different structure. So there's actually, it's more money, but there's less cards. But it's tops, so the cards are logoed. So you do get a little bit better value for said players. You also have some players who are Topps autograph exclusives. For example, Mike Trout, Bryce Harper. So you wouldn't see their autos in flawless. And based on the scarcity of everything in definitive, one of your better chances to pull a guy like a Mike Trout or a Shohei Ohtani. Which means if we were doing it as a pick your team like we normally would, the prices for some of these teams would be astronomical. Now, as we saw with the leftovers in flawless, right? We had 24 random teams get claimed. We ran it. There were 6 teams left over. And the big one was the Yankees. Yankees have far and away the largest checklist on flawless, but out of those 10 cards, we didn't see one. 118 out of 199. So we got a Purple Lunar Junior Garcia for the Dodgers. So it's, this is one of those cases where I'd rather do a random team break, and then that gives everybody, random opportunities. Even if we only get to 18, that still leaves a chance where if somebody's team ends up not popping up on the random for somebody else, that I could sell it off. So you can assume that risk if you'd like to. But it'll cost a lot less to get those big teams if you get it in the random. Breaks are always designed with the intention of having anywhere from 6 to 10 teams come out a winner. Right? That's my goal. I don't just throw crap up and that's what I want. Just pay me, right? That's never been my thing. I want you guys to want to come back and do it again and again and again, like we've been doing with these Bowmans. I'd like to do more high end. We've kind of been lacking in it lately, but I want to do it right, and I want to do it in a way where you can get a piece of the action for not as big of a chunk of change, but we can still have those possibilities of those major hits. I mean, in definitive, some of the cards we've pulled in the past, we've had a 101 Bryce Harper relic auto. We had a Mike Trout auto out of 5. We had a Derek Jeter cleat relic that was like yay thick and ridiculous. A lot of good stuff. I do want to see some of that stuff get pulled. I do want to see this pearl break go. Again, I know that's not for everyone. Somebody comes into the shop and says, I've never done a break before. I'd like to do one with you. Right? That's happened before. Okay. And then I tell them to get in this pearl break. Oh, no, that's a little over my budget. Well, I'll just do it anyway. Right? No, that's not how I want to do things. I do want to see the pearl go. I know we've sold stuff like that before. Somebody's like, wow, some of those spots are pretty big. They're like, what's the biggest one you've ever sold? It was like 1,500. I know people have done bigger spots than that. I'm not breaking any records with that, but yeah, we sold the Chargers in a 2020 break for 1,500. No one bought the Bengals at $895, and a newly injured Joe Burrow was scaring people away, and I ended up with 2 very nice Burrow autos, one that's long gone, and the other one, a nice little talking point in my case when people come in. I don't have too many big cards. I get them and they leave. I'll sell them at the shows and stuff like that, so, something like that, even though it sticks around a little bit, it does bring some attention at the very least. Got Carson Williams. Javier Osorio. Joey Votto, 16 out of 499. So if anybody's looking for any personal breaks, I may have to bring them home. My dancer daughter, it was recital day today, so she just did 2 shows. I think that brings a total of 18 dances for the day. So she's probably kind of worn out. And so if we do any personal breaks, I'm probably going to bring them home. And if nobody requests any by the time we're done here, may have to wait till tomorrow. We'll see how things go. I know we want to, celebrate, have a little cake. I guess if we're going to have cake, I should have danced 18 dances today, and I could have burned some of those calories ahead of time. But let's see here. Joshua Baez. Jay Savina. Kennedy Corona with a lunar. Ellie De La Cruz. All right, first stack of packs. No autograph yet. 1 serial numbered card paper, Joey Votto. Just missed jersey number. All right, next stack. Well, the big one come out of hobby. Well, we're running out of other options, aren't we? Another disappointing run with the Blasters. So I feel like they're either our they were our best thing one break. They were the next best thing another, and the last 2 breaks, they've kind of been Dudskis. All right, got a couple decent parallels coming up soon. Looks like the autograph is going to come at the very end. I like it when that happens. Francisco Alvarez, Jordan Walker, Jordan Lawler, and a bunch of other people not named Jordan. About this, Brady in the house. 124 out of 150 for the Nationals. That's not terrible. Where is my shop? So my shop is in Manahawkin, New Jersey. We're in the Jersey Shore area, about 45 minutes north of Atlantic City. A personal break is, many people will call that a rip and ship, right? Basically, somebody buys a box, I open it for them, so they know what's in it before it gets to them, and you get supplies for your cards and stuff like that, right? Just like I would if it was a normal break. So it's a break just for you, just for the one person, a personal break. Felix Valerio. Oh, Edward Julian, 192 out of 299 on paper. Cruz. Matt Mervis. Brett Beatty. Juan Chacon. Atomic Refractor, Jordan Lawler for the Diamondbacks. All right, doesn't have to be Drew Jones to be decent, right? Jordan Lawler, Modern Prospects, Atomic Refractor. So the inserts are numbered on the atomics. The bases aren't. So this one's 49 out of 150. 49 out of 150, Jordan Lawler. Edgar Caro. And there's another atomic. This one for the Red Sox, Ceddanne Rafaela. All right, so these are not numbered. Just the inserts are. Looking for that autograph here. And if we can squeeze out any more numbered cards, that'd be awesome too. All right, we got our autograph. I'm going to declare the hobby box the winner for this round. Kind of neck and neck for the retail and the megas. I'd say based on quantity, I'd have to give it to the retails. And there was definitely some quality parallels. Then the megas. And then the blasters. Hey, look who's breaking into my store.
I didn't break in if I know the code. I wondered how much longer you're going to be.
This is actually the last stack of packs, and then we're opening up for personals. And
because Gabby said she's going home, ripping off her eyelashes, taking her bun out, eating chocolate cake, and passing out on the couch.
On the couch? Then we can't watch Manifest.
She wants to watch Dance Moms.
She didn't have enough. What time did I drop her off? 10 o'clock?
Should we wait for you for chocolate cake?
Yeah. Yeah, so far I've had no requests for personals, but...
I could request a personal.
Josh Young. Jackson Holiday. There's a chrome Drew Jones. So I definitely... I can't say necessarily it's a win, but this is... Drew Jones has improved his standings in each of the 4 breaks that we've done.
Guess what I did when I got there? Snuck into the show, and guess what happened to be coming on stage?
Gabby?
Her ballet number that I hadn't seen.
Oh, there you go. And you just confessed to everybody.
Please, I pay enough. I was allowed to see 5 dances for free.
Yeah.
Here she comes, the little princess.
Is she limping? Hey, love. What's that face for? Bombastic side-eye with extra eyelash. Anthony Volpe. So
You have all those cartoons still?
what?
You still have all those to do?
Just this.
Are
little-
these done?
Yeah, I opened up all of that.
Oh. Let's go to the car, Mom.
I will see you at home, Daddy.
Yep, we'll see you in a little bit.
Dano Schmano.
So yeah, Brock Jones. See, I lock the doors to keep the riffraff out, but it doesn't always work. uh, yeah. And that's not a bad pull right there. Rays with the big hit today. 204 out of 299. Brock Jones, your reigning, defending hit of the break. Brock Jones. Not a bad pull there. I like it. All right. So now let's recap our hobby box. And again, some strong results out of hobby. You know, part of what we've been experimenting with is the 2 retail box theory, you know, buying multiple blasters. You see a lot of people on social media saying what luck they're having with this stuff and not having luck with hobby boxes. But everything's relative. I mean, just because somebody bought a hobby box or even a hobby box case, it's still not necessarily a large enough sample to really compare things. And then, you know, we're at least opening all this stuff together. But if some guy in Kalamazoo had great luck on a hobby box compared to somebody in Fort Lauderdale who didn't, and in Winslow, Arizona, blasters busted, but in Los Angeles, the Angels were smiling on them. You know, that's why we're doing this and getting a little bit of data and having a little bit of fun with this. So again, yeah, we got a chrome Drew Jones and an atomic Jordan Lawler to 150. All right. We also had a numbered Brady House, an atomic Sedani Rafaela, and Edward Julian to 299 on paper, Joey Votto to 499 on paper, and then the big hit, pretty much of the break, Brock Jones, numbered to 299 for the race. So at this point, do we have anybody kind of looking to do any boxes right now? I'm going to do something a little different. Sometimes there's some products that I like, and I open one up. So these are available for, what was it, 35 shipped, right? Let's see what one of these look like. Leaf Heroes of Wrestling. I saw the checklist, got a little excited, want to see what these look like. I also want to go home and eat the cake. So again, you have a 10-card set and one auto. And, well, my one auto, Laredo Kid. So somebody who has seen some time in AEW, Ring of Honor, and I want to say in Mexico as well, in AAA. I'm not sure. Every box will have a set that looks like this. Oh, yeah, Cody Rhodes before going to WWE. I guess his image was all right, right? Hulk Hogan. Oh, John Cena. Oh, maybe. I don't know. Kane. Maybe it don't matter. Sasha Banks. Stone Cold. Ted DiBiase. So I don't know if blue is a parallel or not. We haven't opened a bunch of these, but how'd I see him? I got good eyes. Not really. I feel like not anymore. So last call. Anybody got anything for me? Again, we have everything from Donruss to Pearl that we can do personal breaks on, right? I don't know. I was almost tempted to open one of those Bowman Chrome U basketball, but so tomorrow's another day too. And don't forget, when we're in the store, right, as long as it's not too busy in here, because there's busy, meaning people's in here, and then there's busy, meaning like there's like 7 or 8 people in here. But when we're busy, you know, can still sneak out a personal break sometimes too. And if we're not busy, we can definitely sneak out a personal break. So that's what I got for right now. So we'll keep you posted on some things, and we'll rip you a new one soon. Coming up in probably minutes, we're going to post a bargain break for Donruss. All right, I'm probably just going to do this as a random team because I haven't gotten my team breakdown checklist yet, and I just haven't had the time to even Cardboard Connection. The checklist isn't complete, so I love to do pick your team breaks, but I don't like to post breaks where the checklist isn't out there. So I guess we'll have a little fun with our first look at Donruss. It's going to be a cheap one, so I expect the spots to sell out relatively quickly too. We'll do one spot, and then we'll do a decent deal for 3. So they'll all ship together, and we'll cut a little break on 3 teams. And that's it. So keep your eyes out for that, and we'll rip you a new one soon. Take care.